So first of all, I want to give you a little story about me and where we're based and what we do. So we are based in Varberg, south of Gothenburg, and 2.5 hours with the car from Copenhagen. And we run, so we both push wingsurf.se and wingsurfer.dk. So this is the main area, Sweden and Denmark, that we work with. But for us to, for example, ship a foil or a board, you can pretty much have it in Copenhagen the day after, same as we have in Stockholm. So the location is very good, so we're very well based. I'm half Danish, my dad is from Denmark, my mom is from Sweden, half of my family lives in Denmark. I spent a lot of time on the west coast of Denmark when I grew up, and I have a love for Denmark. It's an amazing place. So it's very nice to actually work with both countries and help people out to get the right gear. And the main thing is, what we try to do is to get the right gear to you. Where is your level, what's your aim with your riding, and what kind of gear is going to suit with that. That's quite unique, I think. So we're not a huge business with a huge selling audience. We try to match the right gear to you so you can develop with your riding. We have a lot of lessons here. This is the 18th year with the lessons we do in Sweden. So we have a lot of experience in learning people and teaching people. So that's quite fun. So that's what we're doing. So I just got back from an amazing trip to Denmark, to Klitmøller, Cold Hawaii. Really nice. So back to the review. So what we really want to talk about today is the 7Cs, new foil from F1. I've had it for a few weeks. I want to do some proper testing on it, some proper riding on it before I gave this review, so I could really try to give my opinion on what the foil does for me and what kind of riding how it suits for me. It's always very personal what you ride, so other people can probably have another feeling than I do, but here we go. So we had a really nice forecast for Denmark. We went to Cold Hawaii Klitmøller, to that area from last Wednesday, and scored amazing conditions, and I stayed on the 7Cs for the whole trip. So it was very good to really get dialed in on these foils. So we have them in 7Cs, come in 3 sizes, 1000, 1200 and 1400. And it's the aspect is a little bit pushed between the Eagle and the Phantom. We tried the Eagle. The Eagle is an amazing foil, and the Phantom is an amazing foil, but they really aim at different things. I was really happily surprised with the Eagle. I loved it, especially in small sizes when it was really windy, with all that speed and control, and you could just gain momentum downline on big swells further out in the ocean. So that was really nice, but I could feel that it had a little bit, sometimes if it was a little bit, it wasn't as versatile as I wanted it to be. So I always had this foil in the back of my mind. I thought this would probably be something really interesting. I've been riding these 2 sizes. I actually haven't tried the 1400 yet. I got some feedback from other riders that they love it. It has a lot of glide for a bigger rider, taller rider. It's an amazing foil as well, probably really good in light wind. But I've been on the 1200 and the 1000. Got my first sessions on the 1200. Put the 1000 here. Got my first sessions on the 1200 in really small waves, and I had it with the original stab, 2x short fuselage, and as you see, it has these little winglets with these little fences on it, both on the front and on the back. And when I felt straight away when I was riding this board is what it had a lot of grip. It stayed really well when I was pushing the turns. It didn't skid out. I kept controlling the board and had really nice glide. And with these little fences, I don't know, this is a personal feeling, but so we both have the fence on the front and on the back. When you have the back stab on, if you've been surfing a quad, for example, or kiting a quad, it's a very nice feeling, but it has a different kind of feeling. If I ride really big waves, for example, I've been riding a quad for a bit with a kite, and the quad gives you that a lot of drive, speed, but it also quite grippy on the face. It's like you're connected with the water in a different kind of way compared to if you're riding a thruster, for example. So it doesn't really feel super loose. It feels with a lot of control, a lot of drive, but you're also connected to the water, a little bit like a four-wheel drive, you could say. And that's a feeling that's really nice, but it's also a thing that sometimes you might not have, and I have a solution for that to make this foil even more versatile. But the original stab is the C250 fence high molded carbon as well, and the 7 Seas is recommended with 2x short fuselages. Gonna talk about that as well a little bit later. A lot of speed, a lot of glide, turns really well. So I really enjoyed this foil, and it pumps and it glides very well. So first 2 sessions the waves were really bad, and I got some really long nice rides. Super easy just to go between the waves. So my first 2 sessions was on this, and then I actually had one of my last sessions in Denmark. Wind dropped. I was on the 7 Strike CVC, really light wind. I was the 60 liter rocket wing board 5.0, and I was on this foil onshore, and I was quite far out in Hanstholm and just catching big swells, big rollers, not breaking at all, and just going with them and just cruising between, swinging around the wing to be able to keep it in the air, and just have that really nice glide. It just sits up there on the water, and for me, I'm 90 kilos, so this foil actually felt really big. I don't think I would be needing bigger than this, so, but it still has that liveliness, like it has a really similarity to the Phantom, but it also has a lot of feelings I think that's the Eagle have. So it's really somewhere between, and that makes the foil really versatile. So you have a lot of different options you can use this. I love the Eagle, but it's gonna be, there's a special kind of condition for that kind of foil, and I think this foil definitely gonna have a bit of more bigger span of use to use. So the 1200, really fun foil. I'm probably gonna use this a lot in shit waves, small downwinds, if it's smaller days. Really fun foil to jump on and try something new with a bit more glide. Pumps very well, so super fun foil. So the 7 Seas 1200 has a wingspan of 95 centimeters, aspect ratio of 7.6, and it's a really nice and thin, profile on it, but quite wide. And the 1000 has a span of 86.5 centimeters, and it's a 7.5 aspect ratio foil. This foil, I used this a lot in Denmark on the last trip, and I'm very pleasantly surprised. Both because it has all that lift and glide, makes it really versatile if it's a little bit bigger waves, or if you fall through, especially like I've seen in our waves here, like everything is wind generated, like it's the power of the wave is very different in different places of the wave. There is power in some places, but it's also places in the waves where there is no power. And if you have a foil that doesn't really have that glide, you're gonna sink through. I can even feel that on the Phantom S, the smaller wings. Sometimes can be struggling a bit in some sections of the wave because there's not really that push in it because there's no groundswell. And this one just keeps you going in a wind, like a wind chop in a wind swell. So that's really nice. But the 1000, I was on the 1000 pretty much all the sessions when I was in Denmark. Has a lot of speed, turns very well, pumps really good, has a higher speed. So like when you get up in that speed, it's very easy to actually just keep it up there. And same thing here, just move between waves. You just go down the line, especially when you go downwind, it just floats down. So that was really nice with the 1000. And also just as a fan of this new amazing sport, after a few days, like I'm a learner, like it's just every different session, different kind of conditions we're out in now, you just realize, wow, I can do this, oh, the potential is that. And you can even more get into what you want out of this sport. And I'm like, for the waves we found in Denmark, the length of the waves, how far we could go, it amazes me. The potential is huge. And even to go all the other places, small lakes, wherever you are, like you can really just mix this sport up so much. But to get those long rollers, for me, that's just, it can only go this way from here. Amazing. So, but the 1000, but the little thing with this, really love the foils, super nice, but what you need to do is start to mix it up. So, start to mix it up, try different foils on different wings that are recommended from the beginning, just to see what you want to get out of the foil. If you have one front wing and you mix it up with different lengths of fuselages, you're gonna get a total kind of different feeling. It's a lot of different options, so you have all the different lengths on the fuselages, so you can really get a different feeling of the board. What I could tend to feel if I'm on a smaller board with less volume, it's much easier to go do the foil shorter. If I'm on a little bit bigger board with more volume, it's nice to have a little bit longer fuselage. Like you're gonna lose a bit of stability with a shorter fuselage and a big volume board. So that's something you have to think through with the volume. Like if I'm on the 60 liter, for example, I probably use a 2x short fuselage on this. If I'm on like something like a 40 liter board, I probably do a 3x short fuselage, and that's gonna give you more control and give you faster turns. So if we're gonna summarize the 7Cs foils, I'm probably gonna use both the 1200 and 1000 a lot. The 1200 in more or less margin conditions, as we have mainly, but the 1000 is gonna be a proper favorite when you get a little bit stronger wind, a little bit bigger waves, you want to get a little bit further glides, tighter turns, and you have to go into your local shop and try a few different stabilizers, try a few different lengths on your fuselages to just change that feeling of your foil. It's like swapping different fins on your surfboard or whatever for different sizes of waves. So that's something. You have a foil that you like, try to mix it up. It's gonna change the whole feeling, and that's the amazing thing with the F1 system, that you can build it as you want. It doesn't have to be one way, it can be the way you like it, and that's really, really fun. A few other things I was riding on when I was in Denmark. I was on the Strike, the V2, 4 meters. Been really hard to get these ones, but I got this just before I left. And I was before a lot. And what the V2s, like comparing the Strike, so many people talk about hard handles and it's gonna be so much power. You need more power when you push away on the board. Of course, in different levels you need different things, but like the frame of the V2, how it generates speed, but it also let the power out. Like the wind range on the wing, as when you're comfortable in lighter and strong wind, and how relaxed you can be in crazy conditions because you can trust the wing. These are the things I think that are really important to take into your opinions when you talk about the wing. If you're just gonna learn, you need something that's gonna be strong to push you up. Of course, it's gonna be wings that are way stronger to pull you up, but as soon as you get up and you want to attack, all that power that pushes you is not gonna be good for you. You need something that has versatility, that has that release of power, that flex. Talk a lot about that. They have the windsurfing sail, and the end of it is very important to get rid of too much power, but you still need that ground to get going. So the V2 has that. So it's a very, very good wing. Free flies very well. I love the 4, amazing size. Getting the 4.5s next week. It's going to be very cool to try that one as well. And a few sessions on this board. The Rocket Wing S. This is the 48 liter 410. Love the board. It's has so much control down the face. I never put straps on a wingboard yet, so I don't know how that feels. But to have those different options to put your feet around here, like if I go into bottom turn, I can really squeeze my foot up here and have a lot of control. So these boards are bloody nice. I hope you enjoyed that. This was a pretty early start of the day for me here, so I probably forgot something that I want to tell you. So if you have any questions, any thoughts, put a comment below, then I can try to answer that. Please subscribe. We're going to try to do more content like this, so I could help different people to get started. And we can help you with gear or match stuff that you want or whatever. And we do that, no problem. Enjoy your day. Take it easy, guys.